Atlanta next month, and then wrap it up in Santa Clara in June. And now the women's 200 breast, one of just 3 swim races at the Olympic Aquatic Stadium in Rio, where the USA didn't earn a medal. Only swimming final without an American. Rikke Pedersen of Denmark has the world record. Rebecca Soni of the U.S. has the American record. And Madisyn Cor in lane 4 just missed the U.S. Olympic team. She was 4th in both IMs at trials.
Another heartbreaker from last summer, but again, a great learning experience for her. She was young, 20 years of age back then, and learned so much her senior year at Texas. Just having a tremendous NCAA championships this past year, third, and 6th in her 3 individual events, a big part of those relays.
You saw Molly Hannis, U.S. Olympian in Rio. There's Zoe Bartel last summer at the trials, prior to her junior year in high school as a 15-year-old, 13th in the 200 breast. Bria Larson swimming in her hometown. Surprise Olympic gold medalist 5 years ago in London. Prelims of the 400 medley relay. And then Madisyn Cor will be in lane 4. Last month at the NCAAs as a senior at Texas. 3rd in both IMs. And then in lane 5, Katie Miley, 2-time medalist in Rio, a gold in the 400 medley relay, bronze in the 100 breasts. And Melanie Margalis, likewise a U.S. Olympian in Rio, a gold medalist, swimming the prelims of the 800 freestyle relay, just missed an individual medal, 4th in the 200 IM, 42 100s behind Maya Dorado. Andrea Cothell of the U.S. is in lane 7th. Her final NCAAs last month for Louisville. And then Riley Scott of the U.S. in lane 8 won the 200 breast at the Junior Nationals in 2014 and 15.
Again, all eyes start to center into the middle of the pool. Cox, Miley, Bria Larson, certainly the most experienced, but I think the one to win this race is going to be Melanie Margalis. Doesn't have the best time coming in. Bria Larson has that at 2:23.4. Katie Miley at 2:23.6. But Melanie Margalis has just been swimming so well in this event up to this point.
We have 4 links of the pool here in the 200 breast. Margalis in lane 6. Remember, lane 1 toward the top of your screen. Lane 8 at the bottom. In lane 5, Katie Miley of the United States. What a moment it was in Omaha last summer when she cried hysterically after making the Olympic team. Said she'd never felt the rush of emotion like that in her life.
Yeah, she really was. It was a great surprise. And I don't know if it was a surprise, because I think a lot of people expected her to make the team, but when you get up there and actually fulfill that promise, it's just unbelievable. No doubt that she has the most speed here. She was able to overcome the nerves last year. She knows that, and then I think that will certainly help her here. Now, the question is, she's got the speed. Will she be able to come back against the field that is known to come back, especially Cox and Margalis, who will have much better back halves than they do on the front half?
Well, Miley has the lead at the halfway point. You know, Rowdy, she planned on ending her career when she graduated from Columbia in 2013, but she asked David Marsh if she could train out for Team Elite, and he said we wouldn't normally have her, didn't have the resume, but there was something about her passion, as Marsh said, her sparkle.
Yeah, and again, I think that sparkle, you say, built really so much over 3 or 4 years heading into Rio. And every race she swam, especially the Pan American Games, the year before the Games, when she won that gold medal, I think that set her up so well to have the confidence to be able to say, you know what, I can swim against the best swimmers in the world, and I can be a factor, and she certainly was last summer in Rio.
Her lead with 50 meters to go was just 0.14 over Margalis, with the Mesa native Bria Larson in 3rd. Here comes Margalis, right there with Katie Miley.
Well, we talked about the back half of Margalis, and you know, when she came into that 150, she went from 6/10 behind to 1/10 behind. Miley's doing a good job of hanging on, and here comes Cottrell from Louisville in lane 7.
And look, in lane 4, Madisyn Cor. 3 Americans, Cox, Miley, and Margalis. Final meter, and Katie Miley takes it, 2:25.67. She was able to hold off Melanie Margalis, Rowdy, and with 50 meters to go, it didn't look like that was going to happen.
It was just the perfect finish for Miley. She measured her strokes going into the last 4 or 5 meters, and she timed it perfectly. 2:25.67, 4/100ths of a second over Melanie Margalis. And 17/100ths behind that was Madisyn Cox. That was a very, very good race. 2/10 of a second separated those top 3 swimmers.
It's the halfway point when Miley had a good lead at this point, but you knew Margalis was going to have a good back half.
Yeah, there's Miley. Right underneath her is Margalis, and then right above her was Madisyn Cox. They both had the back halves you expected. What you didn't expect was Miley on the right and Margalis on the left. You didn't expect Miley to be able to hang on and have that great last 100 that she did. And so this is really great, not only for her 200 as we had in this summer, but also her 100. This will give her a lot of confidence in the 100 breaststroke a little bit later on in the program.
And Katie Miley joins us. And did you know where Melanie Margalis was, how close she was to you coming down that final 50 meters?
Yeah, I saw her on the 3rd turn. I know Mel closes super fast, so I knew I had to do something special if I wanted to out-touch her.
What do you think about this 200? Do you like it?
It's a little long, but I like the challenge. I like that it's a little bit different. You have to have, obviously, a different approach to the 200 as you do the 100. They're very different events, so it's nice to mix it up.
How do you sum up last year and your Olympic experience?
Dream come true, really surreal, and an amazing experience. So I'm excited to be swimming still and enjoying it a lot.
It was great watching you in Rio. Congratulations on another win here.
Thank you so much. Katie
Miley takes the 200 breasts. And coming up next, we'll have the men's 200 breast and a showdown between Chase Kalish and Josh Prenot of the United States.